Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Myth-Busting Mondays. In today's video for the final myth, we are going to be testing if whether or not that a special infected can spawn inside of a rescue closet while the survivor is technically still in there. I truly do wonder if this is possible, because if it is, this is going to be my favorite trolley thing to do in versus mode, just to screw with people. Imagine you open up a door to save Rochelle and a hunter beats your ass. That would be funny. So with that being the case, if you guys have been enjoying today's video, please by the end drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and I hope you guys have been enjoying this week's episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth-Busting Mondays. Myth: can you throw a Molotov from the start of No Mercy and have it land at the stairs near the safe room? Alrighty guys, so myth number 1 is going to be submitted by Saku. Now, this is surprisingly something that I thought was not going to be as easy as I thought it was, but I got really close several times to chucking a Molotov almost to the safe room near the subway station. It just has to end up getting past the 2 buildings. That's really the only thing stopping me. It was landing more times than not on the 2nd building, like right before it would hit the street. But I was able to get it over sometimes. You guys can see that it's getting scarily close when I throw it here. It's landing near the van or the green tarp. And guess what? With enough persistence and enough determination, I was able to actually get the Molotov cleanly over both buildings and as close as possible to the subway station without actually getting inside of it. I would have gotten closer had that little piece of the roof not been there, but this is as close as it's going to get. So I'm going to say that this is confirmed. This is clearly making it from spawn all the way to the subway station. You can make this throw. This is actually something that I didn't think you could do, but now I know, and I'm going to use this actually. Myth: can you kill 10 hunters using 1 clip of an SMG? Alright guys, myth number 2 is going to be submitted by Zoe. Now this sounds like hypothetically something you should be able to easily do, but how many of us have really kept track of our kills and based it off of our ammo? I've never done that. I've never been like, oh yeah, I killed this amount of infected and only shot this many bullets. I don't do that, and I don't think you do either. So I'm curious, can you actually legitimately kill 10 hunters with 1 SMG mag before you gotta reload it? And so far, with headshots, our odds are good, but are they guaranteed? I am both through half my ammo, but I only have half of the hunters left that I spawned in. And I've got only about 1 more left, but I do believe actually this is the 11th one and not the 10th one. But at the end of the day, I was successfully able to kill them all before I had to reload and had a little bit of ammo left over. So this not only confirmed, but my guess is that you can probably get about 13 hunters as long as you end up getting headshots and you end up getting perfect accuracy. Myth: can you interact with objects while another survivor is healing you? So Galbursko sent in the 3rd myth today, and he basically just wants to know if you can interact with anything, because when you're freezing players technically in place while healing them, it does make it a little bit confusing of whether or not that you can interact with anything. And from our findings, he's able to interact with pretty much all objects just fine. He was able to interact with the med kits, he was able to end up interacting with different guns, even specifically the minigun, which I was the most curious about because that one does seem like one that possibly could not work. We even did it with the rescue. He was able to end up talking on the walkie-talkie when I was healing him. So yeah, everything works, and it's definitely confirmed. You just can't have people moving around. That's the one thing they can't do while you're healing them. Myth: can you rescue a survivor from a rescue closet if the door is damaged? Okay guys, myth number 4 is going to be submitted by Tacky Rovelator. Now this is a genuinely good question, because can a survivor be in a rescue closet if the rescue closet is either not there or is exposing the survivor to the infected? I know they're not there, there's technically just the silhouette, but wouldn't that mean that they would be in danger? That's the whole point of the rescue closet. So let's figure that out. So Galbursko is falling from the sky, and he's now pronounced as dead, and he is indeed in the rescue closet. In fact, actually, this is weird. When you go up to the rescue closet, for a brief second you can see his player model, not his silhouette, but then it goes back to normal. We eventually wanted to try to see if whether or not that you could spawn in a rescue closet if you just completely destroyed the door, but we could only get this far. We could make several holes in the door, but the door would still stay there. You couldn't fully break it. We also did try to do other things as well, such as can we damage our teammates when they're in the rescue closet if we have a clear line of sight through the hole in the door. And you cannot. You can only kill your teammate or do damage to them when they've officially respawned, so when there's just the silhouette, even though it's visible, and sometimes even fades back into the normal survivor model, they're still not there technically. They are sort of still dead. So myth 4 is confirmed. If you have a damaged rescue closet, a survivor still could spawn within there. Now, if there's multiple rescue closets, will the game choose the non-damaged one? We didn't get that far, I don't know. But at least for this example, you can spawn a survivor in a damaged rescue closet. Alrighty guys, and now it's time for the final myth, and once again is going to be, can a special infected spawn inside a rescue closet and wait for you so they can eventually jump you, trying to save your teammates? I'm curious to see if whether or not this is actually something that was overlooked in the game, or if Valve thought that far ahead for your trolling mindsets and will allow you to do this. So let's see if it will stop us. Myth: can special infected spawn in rescue closets with survivors? Alrighty guys, the very last myth is going to be submitted by Dr. Zed, aka Dan. We are once again going to be on Dead Air where there's only one single rescue closet, and this is going to be the one down here. We're going to spawn in a special infected, then kill one of ourselves afterwards and see if whether or not that the game will know if a survivor is in there, because technically we are dead, so is it going to still pull the trick saying you can't spawn here, you're visible by survivor stick? So let's try it right now. We're spawning in a smoker, and we ended up spawning in Francis, believe it or not, simultaneously. So this did end up working. Here it is again in slow motion. You guys can see what ends up happening is that the smoker is breaking the door, but Francis is still a silhouette. It's only when I open the door fully that Francis will spawn in, but the smoker was there the entire time, and if this were an actual game, he would have technically surprised or got me. But dedicated versus players, you shouldn't need to worry about people trying this trick on you, because from our findings, we were not able to replicate this in actual versus mode. Because when we played actual versus mode, all that ended up happening was that special infected spawned in there, but the survivors did not. The game would not spawn in Francis or Bill, no matter how many times we ended up killing them. So even though the myth is confirmed, it's not going to happen to you in versus. I'm pretty confident saying it's probably not even going to happen to you, period, because we did this in our own setting. We did this under our rules, our circumstances, because I have never, even once in my life, ever heard or seen anybody say that a special infected was waiting for them on the other side of a rescue closet, whether it was versus or campaign. If this were Back 4 Blood, maybe, but not Left 4 Dead. But yeah, everybody, that is going to be here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And I hope you guys end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers are ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey meme lords, Jesus here, and you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too, and give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!